The world that Hashem created is extremely vast and amazingly powerful. Nature, which Hashem created, shows Hashem's strength and power. When we hear thunder, we say the bracha of Shekochvo Gvuratam Alei Olam, that Hashem's power fills the entire world. Or lightning, or other beautiful things, we say Osem Ma'aseh Bereshit, that the beauty of the things Hashem created are all the way from the original time of creation. 2 weeks ago, we experienced the power of Hashem's amazing and vast world when we experienced an eclipse of the sun as the moon passed in front of it. Do you remember what happened? Come check this out.
So currently we're looking at a little teeny tiny bit of sun that's being blocked by the moon. So the way the solar eclipse works is we're here on Earth. The sun's way out there, and the moon, which circles around us all the time, every single day, seems to be passing between us and the sun. A little teeny tiny bit of traffic, which means that the sun is going to go out completely. Where we are, it's going to become completely black for almost 2 minutes. We're at almost 80%. In the next 25 minutes, it's going to get totally dark. And because of these wonderful glasses, we're able to see the moon passing in front of the sun. It's unbelievable. If you think about how powerful the sun, which is now almost 90% covered, is still giving just as much light as it did when it was totally bright. It's unbelievable. So about the last 10 minutes of solar eclipse are the coolest before we get to totality. You can see the moon moving over the sun. It's getting more dark out here. And it's interesting, you think about, we talk about in Havdalah, we say, Hamavdil ben Kodesh Shachol ben Ar L'choshech, and not very often that you get to see Ar and Choshech, darkness and light, like almost at the same time. And it's just amazing to watch how the sun's getting covered and getting dark, and soon it'll be like regular night out here, and then it'll be back to bright again a couple minutes later. So we're a couple moments here before it gets completely dark. The birds are starting to circle overhead and think it's dinner time. They're all confused. Tiny bit, it's almost totally covered, and it's getting so dark. There are plenty of people out here that are watching. This is amazing to watch the power of what Hashem has created in the world. The fish here on the water, they keep coming out for dinner. They're all confused. It's amazing the power of the sun. The Talmud tells us a story of one of the rabbis who was asked by a great philosopher, I want to see God in this world. And he said, come outside and look at the sun. He said, I know I can't look at the sun. If I look at the sun, I'm going to turn blind. He said, imagine if you can't see the sun, how do you expect to see the power of the great HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the great Hashem, who created the entire world? It's getting so dark out here just because the sun is covered by our moon. We're out here in South Carolina, total 100% eclipse. It's totally dark out here. There's some stars in the sky. The birds are flying around. It's completely dark. You look, you can't exactly see it, but there's the moon completely blocking the sun. Marabu Masecha Hashem. Hashem's creations are so beautiful and so special. Just like that, the sun just came back out. It is unbelievable. It's getting light out here again. It went from totally dark to being back to beautiful and light. The sun's coming out from the other side of the moon, and in a minute and 10 seconds later, it's back like the sun is out. It's really fascinatingly beautiful. Wow, literally speechless. Sometimes, however, the power of nature is not our best friend, and it creates challenges for us. For example, Hurricane Harvey 2 weeks ago, which pounded the Gulf Coast and destroyed so many homes and so many people's belongings in the area of Texas. So sometimes we like to think to ourselves, what could we do that would help? What is it that we could do that would help the people who were challenged by the storm? Here are some things we've been involved with in our school. We've been giving tzedakah. We've been saying tefillah for them. We've been packaging up cleaning goods and sending it on trucks to the people in Houston. And mezuzot and tefillin, for those who were ruined in the storm, we've been replacing those as well. What we could do to help the people in the hurricanes is bring in tzedakah to help for the relief funds we're collecting for. And tefillah. Tefillah is always helpful. We daven to Hashem to protect all those in need from Hurricane Harvey and Hurricane Irma and any other needs that they have. Tefillah is a great way to help.
It's always important to remember that we are all connected and we can always help people. Chesed is one of the 3 pillars that the world stands on. And let's try to make sure that we help by doing chesed for those who are in need.